Hello. Sorry, I'm gonna be kind of quiet here because my husband is sleeping. I'm in the living room. But this is gonna be my first trying to conceive video. I have other videos on another page up here. Sorry, I'm scatterbrained. But I just wanted to kind of talk about trying to conceive with PCOS and where I'm at and what I'm going to do. I watch a lot of your guys' videos on here, and I'd like to possibly be a living testimony like you guys are. So here is my story. This may be too much information for some people, but I don't care. I got my first period when I was 11, I think. From as far as I can remember, I've never had regular periods. They've always been really, really irregular, like every couple, maybe 6 a year, let's say. Sometimes, I remember there was a year I had 2, so, never, and I always asked, because, okay, so I went on birth control when I was 15, not to regulate my cycles, sorry, my cat, not to regulate my cycles necessarily, but I was, I got on birth control, and, stop, and, you guys are you're gonna hate this video. I am so sorry. I've said like a million times. Okay, so I got on birth control, and after a couple of years of being on birth control, I realized that if I would ever skip it, I wouldn't get my period. The only time I would get my period was, controlled bleeding on birth control. So every month, yes, I would get it, and I would bleed every month when I stopped my birth control, but it's not like a period, and so if I ever would stop taking birth control for a certain length of time, I wouldn't have one. And so I went into the doctor, and where I got the birth control, that's where I went to the doctor. And I've asked them about, I was probably 15 or 16, and I asked them about irregular periods, and they said it was common. It's very common, and not to worry, because a lot of people have irregular periods, and so I didn't worry about it, because I was 16, 17 years old. I didn't want to have kids and anytime soon, so I didn't even worry about it. And 17, 18, 19, and I was starting to realize, God, I don't have periods ever, and it can't be normal. Even though they say it's so common, it can't be normal for me not to have periods. So I eventually I realized that I'd been with my boyfriend now for like 3 or 4 years, and that we definitely wanted to have kids one day. So I went to the doctor, I went to the gynecologist, and I said, I think I have, I had looked it up online, and I said, I think I have polycystic ovarian syndrome, and I have like every single symptom of it. I have, I'm overweight. Well, you can't really see. I don't know what I'm trying to show you. It's obvious. So, I am overweight, and I have hirsutism, which is like abnormal hair growth in places, and I have insulin resistance. I'm pretty sure that I have that, although they never took blood or anything. I have all of the symptoms of all of this. Estrogen dominance, I know I have that because I do a fertility monitor, and it tells me. I'll tell you about that later. And so I told him, I think that I have it. I never have periods, so he did a transvaginal, or the vaginal ultrasound or whatever, and he confirmed that I do have it, and basically he told me that I needed to lose weight, and that's the only way for now, if I don't want to do fertility medication, that I can control it or get rid of it. I don't know if you even can get rid of it per se. So he said that I needed to lose weight which is easier said than done. I've tried everything. I know what I need to do, but it's... Anyway, so he told me that I need to lose weight, and since then I have, but I keep gaining and losing and gaining and losing. So I'm basically just stuck at the same weight that I was when I went there in the first place. Although I've lost 25 pounds and then I gained it back, and then I lost it again and gained it back probably 4 times since I got diagnosed with PCOS, which was like September of 2009, and it is now March 2011. And so technically we've actually been trying to have babies for like 2 years now, so, and we haven't been using protection before that. So technically, God, it's like 2.5 years that we've been trying, really avidly trying now for like 1.5 years or 2. And so, but I have other symptoms as well. I have no sex drive, which really makes it hard when you're trying to have a baby. I just don't have one. I mean, maybe a couple times a month I feel like it, but it's not like I'm just not in the mood. It's that I literally don't have a sex drive. It's like that. I don't have those hormones. What else do I have? I don't know. I have a bunch of symptoms. I have I get headaches all the time, but that probably has something to do with the fact that I'm probably pre-diabetic. I feel like I might be, based on some of the symptoms that I have. Excuse me, by the way, because I look like 10 tons of shit. I didn't even get ready for this video. It's late at night. But anyway, so basically, I have all the symptoms of PCOS. I do have it. I've known for probably 1.5 years, 2 years, and they keep telling me that I need to lose weight, and it's the best way I can do it if I don't want to do fertility medication, because I don't want to do fertility medication. But now I'm getting to the point where I'm like almost desperate enough to where I think I do. I am not the type of person that does medication. If I have a headache, I just tough it out. I try to be all natural in my other videos that I have, which I might even just put this on that page, but I don't know. In the other videos that I have, I'm talking about trying an 80-10-10 diet or lifestyle, and I'm still really trying to do it, but God, it is so hard. It's so hard for a multitude of reasons. I hate exercising. I hate it. I don't know why. I can't get the motivation to do it. Once I'm doing it, I feel alright. I actually like the way I feel after I do it. But I don't know. I don't really like exercise, and that's a big part of 80-10-10. And I've just now started to get my stomach up to the point where I can handle, like, this morning I had a meal of 7 bananas. But half the produce I bought yesterday it turned out really bad. I bought a bunch of nectarines, and they're all really gross on the inside. So I have some mangoes left, and some bananas. I've been doing bananas. I froze them instead because I had just too many, and so I did that, and so I've been trying to eat 80-10-10 and lose some weight that way. But it's getting to the point where I being the type of person who doesn't want to do fertility medication, I'm seriously considering it, because I'm realizing that it could be another 2, 3, 4, 7 years before I have kids, because at this point I'm not ovulating. I track it by the way my body feels, and I have this little fertility microscope, Fertile Focus, and it detects estrogen surge around the time of ovulation. But since I have estrogen dominance, or so I assume I do, based on most people with PCOS do, and the fact that I have, it always has little ferns on the screen. That's what it looks like. Your estrogen looks like ferns. Probably going to have to do this video in 2 parts since I'm nearing my time limit here. So hang on, let me start a new video.